Doctor, thank you very much for your time. We know that it is very likely that he is going to be impeached. Of course, then it has to go to a trial situation, and all of this happening 1 week before Joe Biden is inaugurated. Do you think it is important for the USA, perhaps in terms of international reputation, to take this sort of action against Trump? Because with 7 days to go, it seems, let's just move on and forget about the Trump era.
No, absolutely, Sally. The truth of the matter is it's exactly as you hit it on the nail. There is a point to be made, and I think that is what the legislature and those on Capitol Hill is feeling. A grave violation has happened where a sitting president incited a crowd of protesters to attack his own government and the seat of democracy in America. And so I think Republicans and Democrats alike are feeling that even though there's only 7 days left and we really want to forget about the era of Trump, a point has to be made, not only in the sense of prosecuting those responsible for violence and destruction of property in the form of protesters, but also gunning for the very person that actually told them that it's okay to do so, even though he said they must do it peacefully. And so it is about making a very strong point that even though it's 7 days, we are going to make you face the long arm of the law.
So it's an important point for the USA, but is it making an important point about politics and politicians around the world? Because it's not just Donald Trump, who's a populist leader, who lies frequently to the public and has deceived many people. We see other leaders around the world doing the same thing and getting away with it, and we see some leaders in South Africa doing the same.
Yes. Look, the truth, Sally, is that the world were absolutely stunned, bewildered about the events of 6 January. For a president to leave his office, drive down the road, address a crowd of protesters and say it's okay to attack and invade and cause mayhem and havoc at the Capitol Hill, where he knew a process was underway to confirm the outcome of a general election, to say that it's free and fair and that Joe Biden actually won this election without any issues and so forth. Now, that says to the world leaders, but also pundits all around the world, that there is a very grave danger in the United States. The democracy is under threat, and that actually it's a joke that you have a madman at the highest office in the land prepared to incite people. And so the truth is that everyone is wanting to see justice, is wanting to see consequence management, and that is what I think Congress is informed.
Do you think that the USA has a lot of work to do to regain its international standing? Or do you think with the departure of Trump there will be a sense of a sigh of relief?
Oh, no. I mean, the damage created by Donald Trump and his administration is going to keep Joe Biden and Kamala Harris very busy. There's a lot of repair work that needs to be done internationally, but also, very importantly, Sally, as you know, domestically, in the United States, we are talking of a divided nation. More than 70 million voted for Donald Trump and the Republican Party, advocating for these very right-wing conservative views. And so it's going to take a hell of a lot of time and a very big campaign for Biden and Harris to repair a lot of the damage domestically, but also internationally.
We've seen Donald Trump banned from a lot of social media platforms, but as you make the point, there are a lot of people who supported Donald Trump, who believed his lies. There's a sense in many ways that when Donald Trump is out, our problems will be over. The reality is, isn't he a much bigger symbol of a growing disenchantment, not only in the USA, but perhaps globally, a growing distrust with how democracies are run, and perhaps a growing willingness to believe in alternative reality?
No, absolutely, Sally. And you're so right. That is the question on a number of us as international relations scholars. It's on our minds. It's about, questioning the very system of capitalism and whether it is able to provide for the disparities, the inequality globally. And then when you then have to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic, a virus that is causing havoc and killing so many people, again, we see the capitalist system failing in terms of health services, the provision of basic health services and so on. And so people are asking the question, are we actually on the right trajectory? And so when you have people like Trump and neoconservative types coming to the fore and claiming to be able to provide an alternative in the form of chaos, in the form of breaking away, there are those people that unfortunately sees reason within that and wants to support it. And I think that is something that we all have to contend with as we try and navigate through not only this pandemic, but also the established inequalities that is happening in the world.
Absolutely thought-provoking. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate your time. That was Dr. Oscar van Heerden, an international relations scholar and political commentator.